Okay. A very good evening to one and all who have joined us today for the valedictory session of IRCICD 2022, the International Research Conference on IoT, Cloud and Data Science, organized by Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRMIST, Vadapaini Campus, Chennai. As we have reached the end of the conference, we would like to thank all our panel members, the speakers, and all the participants for making this event a grand success. Every ending is just a new beginning. Yes, I trust the magic of new beginnings. Over the last 2 days, we have had deep insights into several research areas in the trending domains. While we end this, what do we begin with? Of course, the researchers and academicians who participated in the last 2 days are ending this conference and leaving with key takeaways. Maybe some are leaving with problems to explore, some are leaving with solutions to the research problems. Whatever be it, the conference has extended a great platform to share and discuss research ideas in diversified domains. And this knowledge is the seed for the new beginning to explore new research venues. IRCICD 2022 conference team wishes all the participants good luck for a successful research journey ahead. Now we have with us Dr. Meenakshi Arya, Professor and Associate Director, Internationalization, MIT World Peace University, Pune, Maharashtra, to deliver the valedictory speech. I like to play a small video clip to introduce Dr. Arya to the audience. I request you all to confirm if the video and audio is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Now I'm sure you all would agree with me that no one else could have been a better and a more appropriate speaker for our valedictory session. Your presence with us for this program today is a great source of motivation, ma'am. So I now request Dr. Meenakshi Arya to deliver the valedictory address. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Preeta, for such a wonderful video. SRM always has a habit of making everybody feel very special. So thank you so much to the organizers. First of all, let me congratulate the organizers of IRCICD 2022 for pulling off the 5th version of this conference very successfully. Congratulations to the entire department, to Dean, to all the vice principals, academics, research, examination, who do motivate everybody at SRM to go a little bit beyond what is expected and then deliver the most unexpected. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to deliver the valedictory address. And as I have been actively involved in this field over the past 10 years, what has been seen is that IoT has established itself as one of the topmost technologies of 21st century. And when I say IoT, basically it involves a plethora of sensors, devices, machines through which you are collecting data. And when you are enabling that collection of data, you are wanting that data to be put to more and more use. So it's a circle when you call this conference as a conference of cloud, data, and IoT. Actually, all three of them are very, very interlinked. So when I say how does IoT, get linked to cloud, and how does cloud get linked to data or data science? It's a vicious circle. So you have these IoT devices like sensors or any kind of a machine which generates data. Now, the amount of data that is being generated every day is not in gigabytes, megabytes, or terabytes. We are talking about data being present in zettabytes, and that too zettabytes being generated in seconds. So we migrated from storing data in a 5¼ floppy to storing them on pen drives or flash drives or CDs, to storing them on terabytes of hard disks, to ultimately realizing that the amount of data which is being generated, we cannot store it physically on a specific system for it to be accessible, available for processing. Hence came the concept of cloud, where the data which is being generated by these IoT devices is being pushed into or thrown into for it to be further utilized. Now, there's an old saying which says that raw facts and figures is data. So if what we are capturing from various devices is data, what do we do to this data? And what does IoT do to, first of all, how does IoT utilize cloud? So basically, IoT utilizes the cloud processing because you have low power IoT devices. They don't have enough power. And when you throw this data onto the cloud, the applications can be executed and processed at way faster speed than what you would imagine if it was a pure Arduino device or a pure Raspberry Pi device. Cloud also provides these IoT devices a central repository to analyze data from and push these updates to the devices which are using them. So you first of all take the IoT device, push the data onto the cloud. The cloud, you run certain kind of applications there to analyze this data. And then whatever updates are, they have to be pushed back onto the devices. That's how your mobile receives these updates every weekend or every month whenever there is a security patch. So you do not now need to physically store everything on your device. You do get those updates, which are pushed onto your devices from the cloud. So these IoT devices, they rely on big data processing for the data processing. As I told you, raw facts and figures is data, but this data has to be put to some kind of a use such that it becomes information. So basically, the data which has been captured or gathered through IoT devices, which has been pushed onto cloud for storage and for further processing, and which is pushed back onto the data onto the devices as updates, the entire data is analyzed, where we can visualize it, where we can perform some kind of data analysis to get information, to do some kind of a predictive analytics, some kind of descriptive analytics of the data, such that this data becomes information. So when you transform that data, that is where you require the knowledge of data science. So again, once you do the data science, you push the data back onto the IoT devices, again onto the cloud, again it comes back and reiterates as a vicious circle, wherein you are continuously, integrating IoT, cloud, and data science. So when we talk about all these applications, they don't exist as standalone technologies or applications. Where, on the contrary, they go hand in hand with each other as technologies which are very interlinked, very connected, and which drive the 21st century technologies together. So basically, these IoT technologies, if I may sum up whatever the content of my talk is, so the IoT technologies basically use the power of cloud and data science for visualization and for deployment and for being put to practical use. So whether you are talking about using data science in, let's say, some kind of a medical imaging device, as I saw certain papers, some of you were doing it in the field of agriculture, some of you are trying to do it in the field of, healthcare, some of you are trying to do it in the field of, data security, whatever it is. There are three things which are very clear. One, you need lots of data. Second, you need huge computing power. And third, you need an analysis tool to, compute or make sense out of the data which is there. So all these three things, when we combine together, it makes a beautiful ecosystem of ICD, that is IoT, cloud, and data science. And when you marry up these three technologies together, what you get is beautiful solutions for the humankind, which is the need of the day. With this, I would like to, encourage and congratulate you for bringing out your research to this conference, and also, give a thought food to all of you, that when we talk that I have collected data from somewhere, wouldn't it be better to become a source of that data collection, so that the authenticity of the data relies a lot on you? Because in machine learning, we say garbage in, garbage out. If the data which you are using is not, correct or appropriate, no matter how robust your model might be, whether you are using an AlexNet, a GoogleNet, a LeNet, or you are creating a network which is bigger than a ResNet or a VGG16 network, the networks are not going to be powerful enough, or they are not going to be good inference engines till the time you don't have good data to feed it. And once you have good data to feed it, the models are definitely going to give you better accuracy. I could see one paper where the author discussed that he's just received 50% accuracy. So there can be three challenges here. One, that your data is not, it's got some kind of a pre-processing which is further required for your data. So your data is not properly combed to suit to a specific model. Second problem may be that your model itself is not correct. And third also may be that the computing power which you have is not sufficient enough to cater for the amount of data that you have. So whenever we are dealing with, any kind of a deep neural network architecture, or you are dealing with a cloud-based system, you must always look at what is powering, or what is the fuel to that entire system. The fuel to that entire system is the data. That's why I would always encourage you to use IoT for data collection. Any kind of an IoT device. If you are trying to, let's say, get the moisture, the temperature, and some kind of a fertilizer content, what is the quality of soil, please use sensors. They don't cost much. They cost very little. But then you know that the data which you have collected is actually the data which we have gotten from the real source. Spend a lot of time in doing EDA, that is exploratory data analysis, because that's where a lot of insights into the data are available, and that's when you can make your data good by following certain pre-processing techniques. Nowadays we hear that, or we see that even convolutional neural networks can be used in natural language processing also for extraction of features. So the most important thing in any kind of an application where you are integrating IoT, cloud, and data is the richness of the data, is the robustness of your models, is how well you are training your model, and ultimately what is the kind of information which you are trying to generate from the data. So with this, I rest my talk for the day, and over to the organizers. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts on IoT, cloud, and data science with the participants. Thank you so very much.
Rita ma'am, just a minute, you're muted.
Sorry, I've been speaking for a while. Sorry. Thanks, Arya ma'am. Thank you so much for the wonderful valedictory address. So we now request you to announce the Best Paper Awards. Pave ma'am, can you share the screen with the list of winners?
Yes, ma'am. I've actually shared it with Arya ma'am. Now I request Dr. Durga Devi ma'am to share the certificates of the Best Paper Award winners. Ma'am?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
I also request the participants to please rename as per your paper ID, so it will be easy for us to give the co-host permission so that you can turn on your video and we can take a picture along with the certificates. Participants, kindly rename. We'll give you a minute. Kindly rename with your paper ID so that it will be helpful for us to make you the co-host.
Power ma'am, is my screen visible, ma'am?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, your screen is visible, ma'am. But I don't think all the participants have joined because when I'm checking, I'm not able to find them. Either they've not renamed.
Ma'am, can we try calling out the names of the winners and then we'll see if they are
Yes,
there?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we can proceed, ma'am. Only two batches have not turned out, ma'am. Yeah, we can start, ma'am. Arya, ma'am?
Yeah, ma'am. I don't have. Yeah, okay, got it. Just a minute. Yeah. For session 1, the best paper award goes to paper ID 88. Authors are Jaya Durga and Dr. N. Purnima. And the paper title is Pest Classification Using Deep Learning and React.js. And the college name is SRM KTR.
I'm sorry, the participants couldn't be found. Anyways, congratulations to them.
You can display the certificate. Just click on it.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, share entire screen, ma'am, instead of a window. Durga, ma'am.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Can you see my screen, ma'am?
No,
Yes.
ma'am.
Now you have to, ma'am, now it is not seen. You have to share it again.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations to the winners. For session 2, the best paper award goes to paper ID 133. The authors are Kartika S., Dr. M. Durga Devi, and the paper title is Predicting and Classifying Diabetic Retinopathy Using 5-class label based on pre-trained deep learning models. College is SRM Vadapalni, Chennai. Congratulations to the winners.
So can we have their videos turned on to take a picture as the names are called out?
Yes, I've made her
Kartika
the
S.
co-host, paper ID 133.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please turn on your video so that we can have a picture.
Ma'am, are you taking Bhavya ma'am screenshot?
Ma'am, yeah, ma'am, I'm taking the screenshots, but then seems like Kartika ma'am has not come.
We have turned on, ma'am.
Yeah.
For session 3, the best paper award goes to paper ID 17. Authors are Tushar Bansal and Jafar Ali S., Mohammad Saqib Rahman, Mrs. Indumati M. The paper title is Face Mask and Social Distancing Detection Using Faster Regional Convolutional Neural Networks. And the team is from SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Vadapalni, Chennai. Congratulations.
Yeah, there are two people under the name paper 17. I've made them the co-host. That is it, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Only
ma'am.
two people.
Turn on the video.
For session 4,
Yeah, there's one more. Ma'am, just a minute, ma'am. Yeah.
for session 4, the best paper award goes to paper ID 172, Miss H. Mary Shiny and Dr. Chitra E. The paper title is Using Transfer Learning for Automatic Detection of COVID-19 from Chest X-ray Images, and the college team is from SRM Institute of Science and Technology, KTR.
Yes, paper ID 172, you can please turn on your video so that we can have a picture. I've made you the co-host. Not yet joined. That's okay. We can move to the next one.
Move on to the next session. For session 5, the best paper award goes to paper ID 139. The authors are Kanchan Rathod and Professor Dr. Tanuja Patan Shetty. The paper title is YouTube Music Recommendation System based on face expression, and the college name is College of Engineering, Pune.
Yeah, so you've been made co-host. Kanchan, please turn on your video so that we can have a picture with you.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
My video started.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Moving on
Congratulations.
to next session, session number 6. The best paper ID is paper ID number 141. The authors are Shail Bala and Dr. Sujan Kumar Saha.
The participants, I mean, they are not in the participants list. So I think we can go to the next session, ma'am.
Right. So for the next session, session 7, there's a tie between the best paper award. The best paper award is shared by 2 papers, paper ID 194. The authors are Srinjay Venkatesan, Sanjay Kumar S, Gio Shaji Kutti, and Dr. Golda Dilip. And the paper title is Stock Market Portfolio Prediction Using Machine Learning. The college name is SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Vadapalli, Chennai. The second, the best paper title is shared by paper ID 56. The authors are Arvind Krishnan, Srinivas Ramanujan, Balaji Vishnu Raj Ganesh, and Mr. Sridhar S. The paper title is An Extractive Question Answering System for the Tamil Language, SRM IST, Vadapalli campus. Congratulations.
I've made the participants as co-host. Kindly, these 2 paper IDs, kindly turn on your video so that we can have a picture. All right.
For the last session, the paper ID, the best paper ID is paper ID 176. The authors are Aman Vora, Mihika Mishra, and Mrs. Stefana Muthukumar. The paper title is A Computational Linguistic Approach to Clustering Scientific Research Papers, SRM IST, Vadapalli, Chennai.
Aman, I've made you the co-host. Please join so that join and turn on your camera so that we can have a picture. All right, ma'am.
Thank you. Congratulations to all the winners.
Yeah, congratulations to all the winners. And thank you so much, Arya ma'am, for being with us here today and also kindly consenting to give away the prizes. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for distributing all these prize winner certificates. Thank you so much. There is a famous quote, be thankful for what you have and you will end up having more. So it's time to extend our note of gratitude to all those who have made this conference a successful event. I now call upon Dr. Golda Dilip, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRM IST Vadapalli campus, to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to Golda, ma'am.
Good evening to one and all present here. It's a great pleasure for me to deliver the vote of thanks. So though I have to thank all those who were directly or indirectly involved in conducting this event, let me record the following. I'm extremely thankful to our management for their kind benevolence in supporting this event. I would wish to thank Dean Sir, Vice Principals, HODs, and faculty members of all departments for gracing this occasion. The Department of CSE is indebted to our beloved Head of the Department, Professor Dr. S. Prasanna Devi, for being extremely instrumental and being a pillar of support in conducting this international conference. On behalf of the management of our university and the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, let me have the pleasure of thanking the chief guest. Chief guest, Mr. J. Vijayan, who was the founder and the CEO of Techion. Guest speaker, Mr. Jetsada Tipmontin, Industrial Systems Engineering and Logistic Management Associate Dean, King Mongkut's Institute of Technology, Thailand. Valedictory guest speaker, Dr. Meenakshi S. Arya, Professor, School of AI, Associate Director, Internationalization, MIT World Peace University, Pune. So the program's popularity and success is measured by the number of publications received and the scholars who presented them from a number of colleges. My heartfelt thanks to all the participants who have shown keen interest in presenting their research ideas and views on the various domains of computing and making this event a grand success. The mountain-sized task associated with the conference was reviewing the papers received for publication. Our sincere thanks to all the external and internal reviewers who reviewed all our papers in a very short period of time. Special thanks to the silent coordinator, librarian Rajan sir, who helped us with the plagiarism reports very quickly. The ethical success of this conference was ensured by the session chairs. Our heartfelt thanks to the session chairs for accepting our invitation and supporting us. Dr. Kayur Viji, Associate Professor, BMS College of Engineering, Bangalore. Dr. R. Venkateshan from Karunya University. Dr. J.C. Kavita, the School of Computing, Reva University, Bangalore. Dr. S.V. Jansi Rani, Assistant College of Engineering, Chennai. Dr. G.A. Satish Kumar, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Sri Perumbudur. Dr. Kalaivani, Director and Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Savita School of Engineering, Chennai. Dr. K. Vaidehi from Stanley College of Engineering and Technology, Head of the Department, Hyderabad. Dr. Pooja Jain, Assistant Professor, Triple IT, Nagpur. Our heartfelt thanks to the editorial, technical, and the conference publicity and the certificate committee for their support and in bringing out the very best, and also the technical and the non-technical staff for their support. I would also like to thank Dr. Pavai Anand and Dr. M. Durga Devi, the organizing secretaries, volunteers, and my dear friends of the Department of CSE for their utmost cooperation in bringing this event to a grand success. Last but not the least, I would like to thank the Almighty for bestowing His choicest blessings upon us. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am. And Department of CSE likes to extend a big thanks to Dean sir for joining the valedictory function today. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, Devaprita ma'am, I forgot to mention about Dr. P. Sharavanan, Associate Professor, Department of IT, Manakula Vinayagar Institute of Technology, Puducherry, who had invited, who had accepted our invitation at the last moment and chaired our session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Dean sir, thanks for joining us today for this valedictory function amidst your busy schedule on a weekend. Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Ma'am, is there anything else? Should we wind up?
Yeah, we can close.
Okay.
Thank
you all once again. Let's wind up with this.
Arya
Thank you all.
once again.
Arya ma'am,
Thanks.
thank you.
Nice seeing you all again in person.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, Deva ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, Pavel.
One participant has raised hand. Paper ID 49.
Yeah, the paper ID 49.
49.
Maybe by. Do you want to say something? We see a hand raised from paper ID 49, that account. Anyone wants to say anything? Would you like to share something?
Hello. Yes, actually, I wanted to ask after the conference, when is the paper going to be published?
It'll be published in 3 to 6 months' time. That was what the publisher said us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Close now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Ma'am, you can stop the recording. Pavitra?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.